It's the remix. What's happening?
What's happening? We live?
We's live.
How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there?
Yes, yes. What he said. What he said. I need to start looking at the camera. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it would help just a little bit.
Uh, here we go.
You started it.
Yeah, whatever.
All I'm saying is if you start it, I'ma finish it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's gonna be.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, but that's just for tonight. That's just for tonight.
Okay.
Introduce yourself. Come on, baby. Introduce yourself.
Hi, y'all. I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the ones.
What? One of the hams.
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams.
Hi. See, when you do it like that, you always mess me up.
Why? Okay, look. Your self-reflection of you ain't got nothing to do with me.
Tonight
Like,
it do.
No, it don't.
I'm going through some things.
No, I want to hear
Okay,
that.
let me go first then, and then you do
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
So maybe I can segue into what it's supposed to look like.
You go first.
What's up, y'all? I'm Treasure Cheltenham, and I am one of the hams.
I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams. And we are
the hams.
The Cure.
And you are watching The Cure. Just do it again.
What?
Do it again.
Wait, we are the what?
We are the hams.
And what?
So listen, this how I go.
I thought we what?
Listen, if you describe, I say who I am, and then you say who you are, and then together we say we are the hams, right?
I don't know if we're gonna be able to do tandem. Like we just gonna have to go ahead and go with what we got.
No, listen what I'm saying. When I say who I am, you didn't say who you are. And then we say, and together we are the hams, and you are watching The Cure.
Okay, so you say that part, and I'll say together we are the hams,
and you are watching The Cure.
That way we're not trying to do it together and it'd be fucked up.
Whatever, just go do it.
No, you first.
Oh my God. What's up, y'all? I am Treasure Cheltenham, and I am one of the hams. Oh my God, dude.
All right, do it again. Go ahead.
All right.
I wasn't ready.
All right. What's up, y'all? I am Treasure Cheltenham, and I am one of the hams.
I am Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams, and we are
the hams. And you are now watching The Cure.
Amen to that.
He kind of got it right this week. That's a little bit better. This ain't gonna work out.
Oh man! Hey,
I swear this ain't gonna work out.
If you feel froggish, chime on in. Y'all come on in tonight. See what we got popping tonight. It's an open forum tonight, so this is all about y'all today. We're gonna allow y'all to jump on your cell phone, your computer, something, and come directly into the feed, so the whole world will see you. We're gonna ask you if
it's okay.
If it's okay first for you. And then if you want to be seen, let us know. If you don't want to be seen, just don't show us your face.
Yeah, just
do the audio only.
Yeah. So the link to the show is in the thing.
It's in the thing.
It's in the thing.
What thing is that?
The messages.
The messages.
The message board. It's in the comments.
It's in the comments, y'all.
The link is in the comments.
Link is in the comments.
So if you want to jump on the show with us tonight, because tonight is open forum, we talking about whatever, whenever, however. So whatever y'all want to talk about tonight, we talking about it. And yeah, so the link is in the comments. So just go on and click the link. You can come in. You can tell us what you want to talk about. You tell us whatever. If you don't want to show your stuff, sincere in the building. What's up, bro?
How you doing?
If you don't want to show your face, that's up to you. Just turn your damn camera off. Pure and simple. We don't control none of that. We just control whether we put you in the show or not. So click the link and let's do this. So, baby.
Yes. Yes. What?
You said you ain't need no outline.
What?
And we had an outline before we came in here.
So what? So hey,
This would be some bullshit because this ain't how this supposed to even. Go ahead.
It's open forum. I should be able to do what I want to do.
You do.
Okay, well, leave me alone then. What's the problem?
There's always a segue into stuff, though.
Okay, well, look,
right,
if y'all like
ahead.
to segue on in and
Oh my God.
and talk about what you feel like, then we could do that. But
oh my God.
If you haven't been to this show before, today we don't do open forums often, but we will just to
maybe once a month.
Try to get to know our audience and
you get to know us.
And you get to know us. You get to ask us questions, or you could just state what's on your mind. Try to keep it as clean as possible, but
we gonna answer it.
And try to please be respectful as much as you can. I know some things just deserves a cuss word every now and then, but
man, fuck that.
See what I'm saying?
Be you. Be you.
You see what I got to deal with?
Be you.
But yeah,
that's how we get cured around here.
But if you're chiming in and you're new to this show or this podcast, if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I don't need none of that right now.
I'm sorry. It just came out of nowhere.
If you're watching on all the social medias that we are on, y'all chime on in, whatever that you're on. And if you want to cam up and get your audio popping and talk to us for a moment, go ahead and do so. We will be talking about certain things today. Should I tell them or? I mean, you the one over here trying to apply rules on an off day. What is he laughing at?
I'm laughing at you, man. Because you can't get right.
Why is you always so googly moogly? What's wrong with you?
Because you can't get right.
Oh my God. Well, okay, so what? Go ahead. I'm gonna drink.
He gonna drink his water. That's all he drinking, y'all. It's just water.
Don't worry about what I got.
So I had a minor surgery this morning.
Oh, that's what we were supposed to be talking about?
That's a damn shit.
I wouldn't. Oh, hey, she had a minor surgery, y'all. She broke back knee.
I'm not broke back knee. I could walk a little bit. Don't tell him that. Somebody might try to come jump me.
She needed a knee-otomy.
I had a. For those who don't know, I had a torn meniscus. It was in my left knee. Very tiny, small tear. But it was getting worse over the years. So I ended up getting a second opinion, blah, blah, blah.
A meniscus sounds like something that it's not. Like
it sounds like something you throw in the Olympics.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man, I got a gold. I got a gold in
meniscus
in 78.
He threw a hell of a meniscus.
Yeah, I threw a meniscus.
And they call it the meniscus.
I don't even know why I got to do my voice like this to even say meniscus. Whatever.
Meniscus.
I don't know why my voice did like this, but this is the voice.
It was automatic.
When you say you got a gold trophy for meniscus throwing,
that's what you got to sound like.
This the voice you got to sound like when you do it.
You got to use that, yeah. So if y'all curious, I got like this is my little IV arm hand thing because it didn't work in my arm.
That's a pimple.
And then I got my little tag and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because it just sounds old.
It does. It sounds old as hell.
It do sound like somebody old, grandpa,
it sound like
uncle.
Edith just got out the hospital from tearing her meniscus.
She tore her meniscus, throwing the meniscus.
She was over there doing a 2-step. So it was
you threw a meniscus.
Yeah.
She was walking and threw a meniscus.
She
threw out a meniscus.
I threw it all right. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I am I'm being very well taken care of, and I have strict rules. So
yeah, don't do nothing. How about that? Look at my face. Don't do nothing. Okay, continue.
So y'all see what I'm dealing with. So yeah, I can't do nothing.
Yeah. So if you just now chiming in and
Treasure broke her knee, that's not true.
No, she just got a meniscus tear. That's all.
It's gone now. I hope.
Who said you broke your knee?
No, I'm saying that's what somebody that's what the rumor gonna be. You heard Treasure broke her knee?
No, just now chiming in. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube page, please subscribe to the YouTube page. We only have a couple more weeks left in this month that we will be broadcasting directly to Facebook, Instagram, and the rest of them peoples. We are moving over to YouTube permanently. Did it freeze up, babe?
It did, but they still can hear you. You did us in the building.
We back on top, y'all.
Yeah, what was you saying earlier?
What was I saying? I was talking about liking and subscribing with by the end
he
of this.
Said, so we got some meniscus bars coming, sis.
For sure. Hey, by the end of the month, we will not be broadcasting to Facebook Live. So if you have a chance or a moment, please slide over onto the YouTube channel, like, subscribe. If you dislike it, press the dislike button. That's cool too.
If you dislike it, then we ain't talking to you.
No, for real. If you dislike something, just press the dislike button. That's
no, if you listen, we welcome it all. If you dislike it, say something.
Yeah, and then
let's talk about it.
And if you like us enough, go ahead and hit us with the little bell thing, the little every time we come on that it notify you. But
the ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling. Hi, baby, my baby in the building.
It's nice to say,
yeah.
Hey, little mama. How you doing, little mama?
Let me ask you a question, baby.
Somebody hit us with 2 hearts.
Love y'all too.
Love you too, babies.
Let me ask you a question, baby. So, we talking about surgeries and stuff, right?
Right about that.
So, like, what if I got like a BBL?
What the hell would you need a BBL?
It's not that I need it.
You already got a DBL. What the fuck is that? I don't know. I was just adding letters. You got a ABCD plus minus XL.
Okay. Listen, I saw this clip, y'all. Y'all want to see this clip?
Oh yeah.
I saw this clip.
Bust them with the clip.
We finna bust this clip. You know what I'm saying? So that y'all can see this real quick.
Hit them with the clip.
And y'all tell us what y'all think.
I watched this twice and was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, check it out.
Hey, it is what it is.
Hold on, let me make sure I go press play and shit. Hang on.
I don't want the women with the BBLs, like the women that's not even in y'all league.
We don't want BBLs.
Hold on.
She telling us what men want.
Hold on, no. She didn't say that. Yeah. Understand a BBL does not make you in another league. It actually brings you down now. Some men love it though. No, we love to play with it. I call them rentals. You're like a rental car. You go out to Miami, that Lamb, you rent that Ferrari. The shit you can't drive at home. It's fun to drive out there, but now I'm not paying for this. This shit going back to the rental office when I'm done with it. That's what we do with BBLs. But we're not taking that to the parent-teacher conference. Bitch walking in, ass big as this table. Yeah. Like, come on, like let's stop playing for real. Y'all confuse a man's sexual attention with what he wants as a wife and as an example for his kids, as a mother. We don't want the BBL because automatically we know your mind is fucked to the point where you risked your life for a bigger ass for attention. It did not further you life no type of way other than more likes on Instagram and more niggas want to fuck you.
Female version.
Wow.
Hey, did we find out where that video came from?
Yeah, it was tagged in there, the Chameleon.
Okay, so
shout out to the
Chameleon. That came from their particular site.
So, baby, do you agree with that?
Totally. I mean, there's some things that you just rent and some things you just buy.
Oh, message. Message, pick it up. But so what's interesting is too that it's interesting that how many women is actually doing that versus getting it in a natural form of, because like if you do enough ass ups, it's gonna plump out. It still might be little and cute, but it's gonna be proportioned to your body.
Honestly, I don't even think they're doing that for the guys. Like most likely, I say about 85% of women do is because they trying to challenge a whole nother woman that ain't got nothing to do with the situation. Like it's weird, like how like how women look at another woman and be like, oh, I got to outdo her, when like it don't, to us, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and that's not the first time I've heard things like that from men. I've heard men say they don't want Maybelline queens. That it's cool when you taking photos.
But I mean, it's fun to play with. It's
right,
like,
but when you peel all that shit off your face, you just a regular ass looking motherfucker. Whether you might be gorgeous in his eyes.
It's like when you're not. It's like when you're not from Vegas, and you like, let's go to Vegas to gamble. That's what that is. It's that type of excitement.
Right.
It ain't like
Right. Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
You ain't finna live in the casino.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Isis says, She agrees because there are no health benefits to that, and plus most of them hard. So what it's gonna be hella lame. It's for the influential stuff because people make their money online now, and I get that.
But I see most of them,
I get
most
that.
of them who have the BBL ain't even online. They doing like they just doing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
because that's the same thing.
Okay, if you are like a rap star or something, then most of them chicks got them. But like the people who just be on the regular streets, like what they getting them for? Like
because they trying to
because I watch these girls as a rap star. That's what I want at my house.
I think some of them do. Some of them have the false pretense because we're not living in the reality right now. Everything around us is meta. Hell, we're on meta right now.
But how could TV
influence you like that?
Be so influential in those manners where you would almost take your life?
And some do.
That's crazy.
It's because it's not that. So you got to remember, this is something that has gone on for a long ass time. Like,
but what I'm saying, I don't think men are pushing that agenda. Like, we really don't give a fuck.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. This is something that has been going on for a long time. It has been an agenda. It's been in the music. It's been in the movies. It's been misconstrued. At first, they made it seem like the white girls was doing it because they wanted the black girls' booties. You see what I'm saying? And now the tables have turned for the black girls to get even bigger booties because now they're in comparison with a white girl who was competing with you in the first place, dumbass. Like, so you were always on top. And what you're doing is you're competing with yourself and lack of discipline to understand who you are.
Well, there's nothing because like I say, authenticity.
Right. The music, the videos, the books, the magazines, hell, what's the dude?
Just put it this way. If you was a clown, right?
Oh damn.
If you was a clown,
I don't know where he going with this one, y'all.
You was wearing a clown's uniform, right?
Uh-huh.
Only spot I would be able to see you at was at the fucking circus.
The circus.
So why would I want to see you on the street like that?
Same thing with like strippers and shit. Like you don't necessarily want to take them
the
home
strip club just for the strip club.
Right,
I mean, you don't
for the experience or whatnot.
Right.
All natural is the greatest. Says another man right there, y'all. And all natural is the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you keep it,
I don't know.
The way you're supposed to keep it.
I don't know. I just hope that
you don't need to go down there and put some air in the tires. That's all I'm saying.
And see, I've always wanted a larger chest, but I wasn't finna go pay for it and get it. I think that's fucking weird. And that's to each his own, but I don't want anything foreign inside of my body portraying itself to be part of my body.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's just me. And I'm not saying that people that do have issues because we get into some deep shit on that.
If you doing that to get a role on the next video, then fine. Okay.
Right.
But what I'm saying is what happens when you're ready to settle down and you get old?
And you got to go back in there every like so many years to change it out. I don't even know the main like for instance
ain't women's maintenance hard enough? Like
come on, man.
Like, I'm just asking. I don't got them issues.
For real. I got to be
saying, like
call it what you want, but I'm one of those that it takes me an hour to get ready.
I mean, it's been
to get ready.
All I'm saying, it's been plenty of dudes sitting on the porch waiting on the date to come outside.
Shit, I don't know. I'm one of those. I'm sorry. My husband always talking mess.
I'm just saying.
He'd be like, I'm finna go downstairs and take a nap.
Yeah.
I see you when you get downstairs. Right. But I'm like, maintenance is already hard enough. He said, we like looking at it all, but we want to hold on to you, what's real.
Right, what's really real. Yeah. And then we don't just like my health, right? If I wasn't taking care of myself, that becomes a burden on the significant other. But what happens when all that stuff starts falling apart?
Right.
Now somebody got to take care of you for some choices that you made 15 years or 20 years ago.
Because you are going to speed up the process of being unalive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna speed that process up because you're putting foreign shit in your body. Shout out to Ramont in the building.
Ramont in the building. How you doing, brother? It's good to hear from you. I'm glad you made it back safely from your trip, brother.
For sure. Ramont, we talking about any and everything tonight. We started off with a video.
If any of y'all want to chime in and cam up on your end, go ahead and hit the link and
we'll
come on
bring
in
you
and
right
we'll talk
on
about
in
it.
here live
We're
with us.
We're gonna try to give people, you know, just enough time to get their point across, and then we talk about it, and then we're gonna have to put the next one up. So if you're interested, y'all come on in.
Click the link.
Click the link, come on in. I mean, and you don't even have to talk about this particular subject. This is open.
No, this is open forum.
This is an open discussion, open forum. You can say what you want to say, live how you want to live, do what you want to do. The you know,
click the link.
There goes the link right there again, just in case y'all want to jump in.
Yeah.
And come on in and
let's
say
make
what
it
you
fun and interesting. Don't be scared.
So who you think gonna win the Super Bowl?
Who you think going to the Super Bowl? Now, I'm not going to say nothing.
It's tough.
I'm not going to say nothing because it's tough. Some people out there.
There's some contenders out there, though.
Like
this last couple weeks.
This last couple weeks been giving me anxiety.
Man, not me, but I'm just saying it's going to be.
You know what? I appreciate you for being right there with me, though, baby. Okay, so what he's saying now. What's even more interesting and hilarious, in my opinion, is these women be talking about they want a real dude, a real this, a real that, but walking around with fake lashes, nails, eyes, boobs, and go melt in the sun.
Well, I've heard other people say this, what I'm about to say.
That's why I be running out the rain for real.
Try to, if you male or female, if you're trying to find a significant other, be what you're trying to get.
That went over so many people's head right now.
I've heard
that's going to be a whole nother show. I've
heard it said before, but it's some real talk. I mean, if you really want something, be what you're trying to get. Don't be trying to have a whole long laundry list of what a person should be, and you ain't 2 or 3 of them on that particular list.
I mean, if you're driving a Pinto, don't expect to attract someone driving a Lamborghini. Y'all not even in the same place at the same time.
Well, you know, for women, that's different because women's beauty.
But we ain't finna go there.
Women's beauty is the value. It has nothing to do with the pockets.
This nigga say the first day got to be a pool party.
Right. Right. And everybody need to get in the water.
Listen, there's some documentation that I require you to bring on the first date. I need a birth certificate as well.
Everybody got to get in the water. Can't nobody leave here without singing the blues.
I need a birth certificate. Ramont says modern day women don't want a real relationship. They're only interested in companionship. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's show that to the public.
Well, wow, that's fighting words right there, Mr. Ramont.
I like it.
But we down for that. We down for that.
He said modern women don't. Okay, so let's do this. Define a modern woman. You gotta let them know who you're talking to first.
Okay.
Because you know women get emotional sometimes. Like, I know this motherfucker. He wasn't even talking to you. If you're not the modern woman, if you're not classified as the modern woman that he's talking to, because let me just get it. Let me put some disclaimers out there. Don't chime in because he's not talking to you.
We not concerned about whoever gonna come on this stage and start.
I'm just saying, don't get the attitude.
I don't care about the attitude. Bring the attitude. Bring it with you.
Y'all don't want that. That's gonna be a hell of
a show,
boy.
Because I know how to take care of a couple of those too. But hey,
and I'm gonna instigate my ass off.
I'm an open forum. We ready for the smoke, like everybody be saying. Bring the smoke. If you got smoke, bring it. And then we can talk about it. We ain't nobody gonna be cussing each other out. Ain't nobody gonna be.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you want to chime on in. Look like somebody trying to line up.
He said these females don't see the quality in a man, only what they can provide.
Well, you can only see past your nose.
Ooh. Isis, you ready? Nod your head. You ready to come on in? All right. We going to bring Miss Isis Oliver on into the forum. What's happening, baby?
Go ahead and say something so we can see if we can hear you.
It's like twice. It's happening twice. Hold on. Okay. It's because I was literally streaming y'all in another tab, and then I was on this tab. So I was like, why can I hear y'all twice?
Oh.
Hi.
He said they be wanting us men to be old school men, but hold on to this new age BS. But see, the question is, what is the new age BS? Because what's old school? Chivalry? Like opening a door, you know what I'm saying? Pulling out a chair. Is that old school? That should never be even considered old school. That should be just what the fuck it is across the board, everyday life. Like, you know what I mean? So when I'm listening, I want you fellas to chime in because this is important for a lot of people.
Hey, y'all type in the chat and let us know if you can hear her speaking.
Yeah, we got her.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure that everybody's being heard.
For sure.
But hey, my sweetheart, my baby, y'all, this is my oldest baby. And she's in college. Okay, so everybody can hear her.
Perfect.
So what'd she say? I missed it. I was trying to get the back.
No, I was just making sure that we was clarifying what we was talking about with the old school, new school, because I feel like chivalry and all that stuff shouldn't be considered old school or modern. That should just be what it is. Like
chivalry should be automatic.
It should be automatic, right?
But not for everybody. Chivalry's only for the
the scrippers. I'm playing, y'all.
Chivalry is for your wife. It ain't for your girlfriend. It ain't for the chick that you're dating. Chivalry's for your wife.
Oh, look how Isis looked over at Ryan.
You're not here.
Oh, okay.
I'm by myself.
So Isis, chime on in to some of that stuff they talking about. They said that the females don't see the quality in let me put that up there. Hold on. Let's talk about Ramon's first. And then we're gonna get into Sincere's. So Ramon says these females don't see the quality in a man, only what they can provide.
I agree.
Is that, but hold on though, isn't that part of equality?
Yes.
What, the provision?
But I was just gonna say
provision is equality, but what he's saying is
that's all.
I believe, make sure we clear.
I believe what Ramon is saying is that all they're looking for is what you can provide and not the other stuff. Like they looking for, they got you on the phone as dinner instead of your name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or lunch or coffee or light bill or whatever. I think that's what Ramon is talking. I hope that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
If not,
that's the new school cat.
Chime on in, Ramon, and let us know what you're saying.
Mr. Bogan in the building. He says people are self-centered nowadays. People focus on what they want in a relationship and not what they can provide or bring to the table.
And you're correct on that, Mr. Bogan. I think people forget that being in a proper relationship with somebody is a life of servitude towards each other.
Absolutely.
And as soon as you stop giving service, that's when they start looking for a better venue. Though you'll fall in and out of whatever service you're giving your partner from season to season. What tells you love is not predicated on the good times. It's always accounted for the bad times. Mm-hmm. That's when you know you really love somebody. The
irony.
Yeah, the irony of it all.
The irony.
The double-edged sword.
Right now, this moment, the irony of it.
Yeah.
Because I got a leg issue and I'm being taken care of. He had a leg issue and he was taken care of.
Right.
The irony of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what did Ramon say?
He says modern day women make a laundry list of what a man should possess, but they don't possess any of the qualities that they require. So that's exactly kind of piggybacking what Mr. Bogan said and what I was saying earlier. Like, for instance, if you drive a Pinto, don't expect to meet someone who drives a Lamborghini.
Well, whatever list you got, you should be mirroring that.
That you should absolutely be mirroring that.
Like if your list for your significant other is 25 fucking bullet points, then you need to have all 25 before you go looking for that other
because you can
person.
only attract what you are.
Right. You only attract what you.
Only attract what you. Listen, I want y'all. Hold on. I want everybody to hear this right now. You only attract what you are. So don't be mad when some people disappear and some people do not, because you're only going to attract what you are.
Well,
so
they're
take
supposed
a good
to fall
look.
away. They're supposed to fall away.
I'm just saying, because people don't realize that they're a reflection of their life.
They're supposed to fall off from your life if they don't align with your reflection.
I got a booger.
Oh,
okay. Y'all can't see it, right?
Yeah, I mean they can see you digging in your nose.
But he didn't let me do my. So let me tell you something. He didn't let me do my hair. He let me like my.
She just got out the hospital today. You're not doing nothing.
I didn't
really.
Leave the hospital.
Honestly,
it was a surgery center.
Honestly, I was because I'm trying to stay consistent. Like consistency is one of my goals for this
Breeds
year coming
character.
up. Consistency is one of my goals for this year. So normally, if we was in this particular situation, I would have sent out an email or a message that said, "Hey, we're gonna see y'all next week." But Ramont, the link is in the chat. I'm gonna have her link it up again.
Right now, there it go. Like to hit
Yeah,
that,
there
there
it
it
is
go.
right there. Go ahead and
But I can't. If you want
and
me
cut
to
and paste that one or whatever.
Yeah, just and then copy it and paste it in the link, and then you'll be able to come on in. But go ahead, baby. Go ahead. He didn't want. He would have said we're not doing the show.
Yeah, normally I would have said we're not doing the show. Let's do it next week. That way I can nurse her back to health and be good with that. But
he's so overprotective. Like, oh my God, he's
we need
so
to
overprotective.
Not only do I need to be the example for the people that I'm trying to talk to out in the street, I need to do the things that are required. Just like me having a significant other, if I'm going to have a list of things that everyone else should be doing, I should be doing that list before I even ask, basically. So consistency was one of my downfalls, and it'll be corrected this year, and that's why we're on tonight. We will not be doing 2 hours unless it gets greasy.
Yeah.
I mean, if it get greasy and it's fun, then we're gonna knock it down.
As my daughter say, purr it.
But did Ramont get a chance to get in? Hey, Ramont, if we need to send the link to you directly, just let us know, and we'll get you in here, buddy. The anybody else want to chime in? Hit the link or go ahead and type in what you got popping. It's
So we had Isis didn't get a chance to answer.
Go ahead, Isis.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna go back to what was it? The original question about like modern day versus like old school.
Mm-hmm.
And, like to touch bases on that. I feel like that's more of like chivalry is more looked at as like a generational thing because many people are taught how to be chivalrous and many people aren't. And like that's something that I'm really starting to learn. Like the more, not with my man, but like with other people's like relationships and stuff like that, like certain stuff that they don't do or think to do because they just never had that experience, or it's just it wasn't apparent for them, or they didn't have it as an example in their life. So they're like, why would I do that if
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but the to piggyback off of that is the biggest issues that we're having with our newer generations is that y'all's parents or your parents before those parents didn't carry on tradition.
Exactly.
And because we haven't carried on tradition, we're suffering from it.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Because even me as a parent, like there were some traditions that I carried on, like Sunday dinner. You know, that was one thing that I tried to make sure I did with my children, that every Sunday we had a dinner.
Send it to them when you get a chance.
And I got you. I'll do that in just a second. You know, that we try to have that Sunday dinner because that's something that I want them to be able to do with their family and their kids as well. When they get older, just to be able to start those traditions. Mm-hmm. And even some of the traditions that I created they're like our own little personal traditions that we only understand, but they are traditions. They may not just be, orthodox of what today's traditions are.
Right. I agree. Chivalry, first of all, chivalry shouldn't be given to everybody.
Explain that one.
Chivalry should only be given to the person that you're going to live the rest of your life with. You don't give up those type of jewels. Those are jewels. Those are qualities of a person, and you don't give up your qualities to somebody who's just passing through. You can't cast pearls among swine, like the Bible says. So what that's kind of stating is that if a pearl was a valuable thing to you, you wouldn't give it to a person who ain't gonna do nothing but eat it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They would know what to do with it. So that's how you should judge who you give chivalry to, and how you should handle people accordingly with that.
He said trust should be earned. That's an interesting one.
Trust should be I agree, but I also say trust should be reassured.
Yeah.
Because usually when I meet somebody or whether it be a relationship or not, I give them trust at first, and then I let them fuck it up.
Right.
They should reassure that I'm giving them that trust. Like I think people have lost the thought process of that this person's really giving me a chance. Like they're taking it too lightly.
Right.
And then when they mess up, they act like, well, what I do? What happened? What no one takes accountability for the mess up. The and then and because you like people call us old school for people who think like this. Like just because I forgive
Which
you don't
is
mean I have
weird,
to
yeah.
fuck with you.
No, seriously. And that's the thing. Like they said you can forgive but don't forget, right? And that's what that means is, dude, listen, I forgive you and all your bullshit that you put me through. But I'm not going to forget what you did in case you show those same symptoms that leads towards what you used to do. So if I start seeing that and I start backpedaling, that means you might need to correct your behavior.
Yeah, for sure. If you backsliding on what you said you wasn't gonna do, then
Right. Like
that would be a valid reason on why you treat them accordingly or whatever however you treating them.
right. What's up, Mary? She in the building.
Mary in the building.
She said, I'm happy to be old school.
Miss you, mama. I miss both of y'all for real.
For real.
Auntie
Can't wait to
Mary.
see you. Excuse me. Pardon me,
Damn,
y'all.
babe, that's how you doing it. You doing the ASMR
I'm
this week?
dropping the bass.
Oh my.
But sorry about that, y'all. You know, I had to bring a little awareness to the burp society. The
burp society.
But yeah, I mean with the BBL thing, right? Like going back to that.
Ramon, it's on its way.
That's a self-esteem thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really think that I ain't never heard a dude say, you should go get that BBL because I think you'll look better.
I mean neither.
I ain't never heard a dude say this. It's always women clapping each other up for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go, girl. You do it, girl.
Oh, what size you gonna get?
Right. That shit is weird to me. Like y'all like that's like some underground hating type stuff. It's weird like that. Like you would want somebody else to mess their body up because whether you had good intentions or not. Was you being a good friend when you said, yeah, go ahead and go under the knife?
And that's the thing, like
when you could be telling girl, you pretty right now. What you trying
and that's what, but you know what though? Here's the thing. That does happen to most women, but what they turn around and say, oh girl, you just saying that because you my friend.
What? Y'all can't take compliments?
No.
That's because y'all get them too much.
I don't know if it's that we get them to because remember, I couldn't take compliments for a long time.
Dudes don't get time. We don't get them.
And I didn't get
we don't get
like
we don't get accolades and acknowledgments. We just this is what we get. That's what you're supposed to do.
Hi, Auntie Mary.
Okay, Ramon, you ready? Nod your head.
All right, Isis, we're gonna drop you out for a minute and
we're gonna leave her in there. We're gonna bring Ramon onto the stage too.
All right, go ahead and mute your mic for a minute, Isis.
You can stay in there because we want feedback from a youngster too.
Go ahead, Ramon.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm blessed, man. I can't complain.
So what you got to say tonight, man? What you got to bless us with?
Man.
you know when they start laughing like that,
you know it's
about
to
go
greasy.
down.
It's about to get greasy.
You know, with my show, man, I've been off the air for a while because I've been having some technical issues, man. And you know, this brother come over here, man, and he been kind of digging in my pocket and he hasn't completed anything. So I'm kind of frustrated about that, man, because I got a lot of people that's now interested in being on the show. But with that said, that's
another. You gotta get ready to talk to him.
Yeah. So my thing with this BBL thing or anything else with modern day women, man, I got 3 categories that I place women in, and not all women, but just the majority of the ones that's out here today, particularly Black women.
This might be good.
You got feminists, you got independents, and we have modern day. Now, we have to understand that feminism started before these white women that started this feminist movement in the in the 20s during the Great Depression. They started this movement basically to piggyback off what Marcus Garvey's wives were already doing back in the 1800s. So when these white women got a hold to it, what they did is they tried to leverage it to get into the corporate world, because at that time men were very biased against women being in the workplace only in certain capacity. So as we move forward in the years past the civil rights, then you know the government came up with this welfare thing, and the welfare was basically designed to pull the black man out the house, make the woman single, and destroy the black family, and they were very successful with it. So
Facts.
now this is something I've done a lot of research on, because in order for the woman to be compensated or helped by the state, they would have to push the man out. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
not there to lead, then the woman has to make do by her own means. This is how independence was developed with the black women per se. And as we move forward, this social media, this rap, entertainment stuff has made these women believe that going to get all these surgeries is what's in. It's almost like Jordans, you know, because everybody's doing it. You know,
Right.
they're not doing it for health reasons. They're doing it.
New trend.
And I heard, Brother Sean, I heard you say something that I haven't heard a man yet, whether he's broke, middle class, or rich, tell a woman to go and get all that stuff on her body.
For real, yeah. And that's why I was saying it's not the dudes that's encouraging this.
No.
It's just we are going to enjoy the spoils of whatever. Whether you do it or not, we still gonna have fun. I agree with you. So
Well,
like
Message.
it has nothing to do with a male encouraging a female. This is what you need to do. I just think that they just in competition with each other. I mean, even when I was younger, they was always in competition with each other. It's weird. I'm like, the things that they can accomplish with each other if they just stop doing that.
I
well,
mean, and I totally agree with you on that, because when you get a bunch of women in a room together in a creative mode, I mean, we're already like private investigators and detectives at what we do in life in general. Like, imagine if you turned that energy into something more positive, what you could do with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Unstoppable.
And so the talking to a modern, okay, for right now I'm talking to a modern woman, or pretty much any woman, pretty much. If you're taking a handout from a government, you're not independent.
Message. Pick it up.
You can't be independent when someone else is paying your bills. That's not what independence is.
well, you and I both know that and understand that, but that's not the concept, and that's not the perception of most women today. You know, because I think a lot of women, we've had this conversation on the job sites before. A lot of these women, you know, give you example. It's said that if a man
Oh, I
comes,
thought he was about to say somebody's name. I was about to be like, damn. Go ahead.
yeah, no,
I
I
was
ain't
like, damn, Robert, you cold with it tonight. But this bitch, Brenda, oh, what? Okay, I'm sorry. Go
gonna,
ahead.
when a man comes into wealth, the first thing he wants to do is, if he has a significant other, is to go and exploit that wealth with that woman, buy her nice things. Today, the mindset that women have, when they come into wealth and financing, they want to push the man aside. You know, when you look at the statistics in black relationships, over 70% of the divorces is initiated by black women. You know, and I was just having a long conversation the other day with a few people about Kevin Samuels. Now, a lot of people didn't like Kevin Samuels. Now, certain things he did, I didn't agree with. You know, he was kind of rude, he was kind of obnoxious, but Kevin Samuels exposed a lot of these modern day women for the disillusionment that they have. And
Yes,
that's
sir.
Right.
what
The
you earlier, Sean,
Yeah,
is they gave what's the brother's name on Tyler Perry's show, not The Rock, the Browns. I
yeah, the Browns,
Tamla or David
Tamala and
Mann.
David Mann.
I just seen him on a podcast the other day, and he was saying that he did a speaking engagement, and he was talking to women about their expectations in relationships. And he told this woman, he said, excuse me, write everything down that you expect from a man.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
he
I would
said,
like to see that.
yeah, he said, so are you finished? He said, well, no, I got some more. He said, write everything you can think of down. And she said, I'm done. He said, now apply it to yourself.
Yeah, that's real talk.
That's what we said earlier.
That's what I was kind of stating that earlier about that.
Exactly. You know,
Mary was talking about the BBL situation.
Oh, is that what she's saying?
Yeah,
I'm trying to read it, but
she says,
yeah,
Stewart says that rich white men wanting arm candy trophies, putting their women through those surgeries, and then other women see them and decide that's what they need to look like.
Yeah, it's weird. And the rich dude is not marrying that woman. He just kicking it while he's in town.
Exactly.
And that they're mistaking what a real wife is because if you ask that rich man, he'll tell you, no, this isn't a wife. This is a car.
Facts.
Something you drive.
Right.
Or ride.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Lease was that is that what you call a lease with the option to buy, or is that just a lease?
That's just a lease. because usually I mean, I went to private school. I know a couple rich people.
You know a couple big words,
yeah.
y'all. A couple big words and shit.
And every one of their wives were homemakers, smart. They had college degrees and all the rest of that stuff, but they were homemakers. The rich people who get married need someone to take care of the home too, and that's why they get married, because they want to have children and have their children have a lifestyle where they're being taught by the family and not by the street. I mean, when I say the street, I'm talking about your regular education, high school, kindergarten. When you're taught by your mother, when you're taught by your parents, you learn more and you learn faster, and that's why those kids get ahead when they come out of high school and college, is because they have both parents that are not what you would consider modern. Back in the day, in the 60s, that was a modern family. That was a modern woman.
Right.
Was a homemaker.
Right.
And she wasn't sought or looked at as she wasn't shit. She was actually held up and was like, no, that's a homemaker. Say something and see how many nations die because of it.
Right.
But now it's just weird. Like adding on with what Vermont was saying with the government handing out all this money and these stamps and kicking the dude out, which was true. What I'm saying on top of that is that as a woman, you can't complain when you can't find somebody when you kicked out what you had was good before that.
Right.
If you kick out the good dude.
And the thing about it is, to kind of go off of what Vermont was saying, the woman wasn't taught back then and had the clear understanding that the man was going to have to step up and be that anyway, and that you didn't have to worry about government assistance, because in the initial process of it, he had a job anyway.
Right. So basically
something just happened where he lost his job and they had to do X, Y, and Z.
And what it's showing is that when times got hard, motherfuckers ran for the money.
That part right there.
And that's
and
what
it didn't
shows.
Teach you how to, if you get into that situation, to possibly be prepared for it or be prepared not to ever get into that situation again. Hence going back into budgeting and knowing what to do with your money and things of that sort. We always seem to come back to that, don't we?
To the money. It always comes back
it
to the money.
It always comes back to the money.
Okay, so I was watching a podcast.
Darian, what up? Where you been at, Darian?
I was watching a podcast earlier this morning when my wife was getting her surgery done. And
I thought he was watching midgets.
This lady, not today. No midgets today. The midget Thursdays is when I watch midgets. But so I was listening to this lady talk about what is feminine and what isn't.
Oh.
And I had to listen to it like 12 times because it didn't strike me as accurate. But after the 12th time, I was like, she kind of right. She was saying, I ain't gonna be able to do it verbatim, but she was saying that women attract things that are feminine. masculine things they kind of run away from. So she was saying, in case in point, that's why men wear earrings. That's why men with long hair or their nails done, women attract to that because it's a feminine trait. She said the Mother Earth is feminine, and everything that it produces is attracted by someone else to come get. So when you have an attraction, anything that has an attraction has a feminine trait to it. And I had to listen to that 12, 13 times, and I was like, no, like they supposed to be liking manly men, but when you actually think about it, like I went back.
I get it too. I hear it.
I went back and I'm like, yeah, girls wasn't jocking me until I had a gold chain, or until I got earrings, or until I got my hair braided, or you know what I'm saying, and got my nails done. And when I was moving bricks in my grandfather's backyard, wasn't nobody checking for me.
Okay, so but hold on. Let me say for women now, to some of us, because I'm one of them, that's not a feminine trait, because we going back to some of our royalty who wore long chains and bracelets and beards.
I think she was talking more on the attraction of it.
Okay,
the attraction is feminine, but
no. Okay,
because it brings women to it. She's not talking about the person. She's talking about the things.
I look at it as a person, as a man who is well groomed, that takes care of himself.
Right. You're trying to attach it to a man. She's talking about the things that the man does that brings attraction. Those are feminine attractions.
Okay.
Women look at that and go, oh, that's feminine to me, and goes, I'm attracted to that because that's what you guys are attracted to.
Because we're attracted to feminine things.
Dudes wouldn't put silk sheets on the bed if it had nothing to do with a woman.
That's not true. Well, that's okay. Hold on, he lying. He lying. Let me tell you why he lying. Because when he first met me, I had silk sheets on my bed, and he was talking shit until he slept on them. And then when I changed the sheets to some regular sheets, what you say?
Yeah.
What you say? No, what you telling people? What you said?
I didn't like it, but
what did you say? He said, "What happened to the silk sheets? What the satin sheets at?"
But what I'm saying is that it was someone who was feminine.
He said, "You gotta have enough hair to braid, fool." That's when he had hair.
Oh man, I had long hair, man. I had long hair once upon a time. But what I'm saying is that the silk sheets attracts a woman. What'd he say?
Stuart's so stupid.
What'd he say?
He said, so that's why the women like bit, and he took the see out biscuits on men.
But yeah, I can't remember what podcast that was, but I ran across it and I listened to it for like, man, at least an hour.
I see where she's
she
coming
wasn't
from
saying the man was feminine.
She was saying that those things
is what attract feminism. Like women look at it and go, I like that. If he wasn't wearing those particular things, then a women wouldn't even be checking for him. They like bright colors. They like fingernails done.
Shiny things.
They like shiny things. First thing a woman says is, let me look at this nigga's shoes.
Well, I taught my girls to know if you're dealing with a successful man or not. And I know what you're going to do. He's going to bring it right back around to, because that's what you're looking for.
Exactly.
But yeah, to find out if you're dealing with a successful man who's about his business, you look at his shoes and his watch. And that tells you a lot about him. If he's a Jordan wearing nigga, you know what you're dealing with.
Right. If he wearing, well, I mean, if he wearing Jordans and he ain't buying the stock too, something wrong with him.
Just keeping it 100. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm a fond believer if you wear what you like, but if you just wearing it just to, I mean, maybe I just think differently. I try to invest in the things that I use.
Absolutely.
So like toilet paper and
like when I was going to Dutch Bros every day.
I had Dutch Bros stock.
We bought stock
because we were drinking it every damn day.
I was paying myself.
Our Dutch Bro bill every month was at least $200-$300.
It was more than that.
But I'm just saying. So
no, it wasn't, because I was getting free shit.
But what I'm saying is, if we're gonna spend that much money there, I should have stock there. If you're gonna shop at Walmart, you should have stock there.
True that. Mary, what you saying? Hold on. She said, I pushed my niece to search for a life away from their family tradition of welfare.
Right.
It is to help in bad times, not a career choice.
Right.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
Correct. She's very
absolutely. And Stuart said, what if he got Jordans but don't wear them? He just look at them. I'm not talking about them people. Those are collectors.
Yeah, those are collectors.
That's a collector. That's an investment.
Yeah, that's just like collecting
They're
art.
not an investment if they on your feet,
right?
And
that
you
means
matching them
you
to your outfits.
Yeah.
And you thinking you fly as shit.
I had friends in high school. Their parents had exotic cars and never drove them,
right?
Because they were just waiting for that money to go up so they can get rid of them and make money off of it.
Like, yeah, that's different. I'm not talking about the people who do collect, because there's a lot of people who do that. They hats, things of that nature, and I get it, because some of them Jordan shoes is worth like $1,000, $1,500.
I don't know, but I know they up there. Some especially those limited edition ones.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I know they up there, but I don't. Well, yeah. What's up, Ramon?
I possess a lot of those shoes in my closet. I have Jordans. It's $2,400. Travis Scott's $3,500, and I don't wear them. They're pretty much collectibles. But as you were saying, I think it's the lack of education when it comes to. We're not traditional anymore. We don't want to go to college. Education opened up so many avenues for so many people, and that's what got me to this point in my life. Next month I'll be 62 years old. And
congratulations.
Man.
It's like I tell my family all the time. They say, "You're lucky." No, I'm blessed, and the reason I'm blessed because God knew my heart, and He opened up doors for me and put me on that path of education. And this is what took me to this point. See, because without education, you can only go along with what you see other people do. You can't think as an individual. And this is the reason so many people are going to spend $1,500 on an outfit and let their lights get turned off.
Oh man, we talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Was that last week? Well, baby girl was like, "Nah, I'm gonna pay the cable bill." And he was like, "I gave you the money to pay the light bill. Why you didn't pay the light bill?" She's like, "Cause I wasn't finna miss my show." He like, "Bitch, the lights is off. You're gonna miss it anyway."
And she couldn't watch.
And then she was like, she sat there and was like, "Oh damn, I didn't think about that." You know what I mean?
Dumb people sometimes, man.
And see, and the thing, Ramon, to piggyback off of what you're saying, because you're kind of saying what Sincere said earlier about how they were taking out trade schools out of the schools. And stuff
I remember we used
that.
to have auto shop, woodworking shop. We used to have
that.
masonry.
Yes,
we used to have.
I went to those classes.
We used to have tile and grout classes, economics classes.
Yeah.
They used to teach people how to balance a checkbook. Now people don't even know how to open up a bank.
They don't
account.
even know what a checkbook is.
Right.
Well,
so it's like we're not talking about. We're talking about the people.
And don't let me get to start writing in cursive.
Oh my God!
If I write in cursive, then
cursive.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Like who know about that shorthand?
That's like that's like hieroglyphics to these kids.
Look, but who know about that shorthand though?
Yeah,
I'll wait.
I'll
wait. I was taught shorthand in school, so the kids will be looking at me like, "What is that?" But not to like Ramon. Like when I say the cats that's wearing these Jordans, I'm talking about when he gets ready to come pick you up and take you out. He show up with a nice Jordan fit on. That is not like, if that's the attraction, don't be surprised if she ain't shit.
Yeah, you're right, Stephen. They don't teach cursive anymore.
Nah, they don't.
Well,
at all. He said the Freddy Krueger dunks is like $5-10 grand.
I just left Pittsburgh last week, right?
Yeah, man. How was that?
It was good. I completed. I have a patent pending, and so I went out there to meet with the engineers and the company's attorneys, and everything went better than expected. But they took me through this thing that's called Invent Land. Okay, I'm talking about it's just like Disneyland inside a building, but they won't let you film. It's not open to the public. So they gave me these brochures. Now, I used to be a consultant for Clark County School District school board of directors, and I'm gonna bring this to them because now that they've gotten away from the driver's ed, the wood shop, home ec, and stuff like this, we need to bring something. Even though my kids are out of school, they need to bring something like this Invent Land into these schools and let these kids exercise their creative side.
They used to do that back in the day when you used to have the school fair and people would do their inventions.
Right.
And they got away from all that.
you know, and they need to bring it back because you're giving this Mexican guy, doctor, whatever his name is, over $1 million for what? Just to show up to meetings in new suits and
Right.
wave
You
it.
talking about the school director?
The school director.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, he's getting a lot of money, and these kids are suffering.
You won't create. We live in one of the richest cities in the world, and we got one of the highest homeless population. Our
That's
kids
crazy.
are being educated at the lowest rates. Okay, but you can build high rises. You can send a man to the moon, but you can't come up with a educational or academic package to better educate our kids. So what
Oh
you're
no,
doing,
they can.
They
They
can,
can.
Vermont.
They're
They
just
can.
not
They
going to
just
pay
don't.
for
It's
it.
not in their best interest.
I
It's
know
not.
that was my point. Next,
Yeah.
you is to be educated, especially when you're talking about brown or black or minority kids, because now you can send your kids off to college. If our kids don't excel in sports or don't have parents like us that can help our kids go to college,
Right.
they're not going to make it. So if they don't excel in sports, they're never going to get that academic experience that most people do, particularly our counterparts,
Right.
Caucasian. So what happens is we're left in the environments or demographics that we live in, and we become byproducts of our environments. So it takes us out of the job race, and now you see all these people that's just excelling. And I'm gonna give you a prime example. And I know you don't want me to do this, Summer, but I mean, man, I didn't lost my train of thought. Treasure.
Oh, you must be smoking that shit.
No,
Nigga,
but it,
that nigga went to commercial.
but anyhow, Treasure. It,
Hey, I do it all the time, but I had to fuck with you on it.
Mary, you are correct about the academy.
yeah, my son came and told me about
Right.
the training center, right? Because
Right.
in the apprenticeship program now, and it just amazes me. I'm not surprised by it. How this lady Crystal, and I'm gonna say names because there ain't nothing they can do to me. She's bringing all her family members down there, and these people are not successful out on the job site. So how are
Right.
you going to go down here and teach potential apprentices how to come into this industry when you got journeymen out there right now can't read prints? Sean, me and you talked about this, or they can't read a tape measure.
Yeah. At least they should be able to read the stuff that we use at the job.
Right, the basics.
Yeah.
And that comes from them not teaching to kind of chime in. That comes from them not teaching. Like I told my kids, that they was like, I want to come out there. Here's the thing. If my children were to come out into the industry, they would know that they have a name to uphold. They're taught from the house. Don't you go out there and be on no bullshit because you carry my name. And
Right.
everything that I produce has to be of a standard. So what happens is that's not being taught in the home. And then they're just turning they're turning away from it like they don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? Like going to what Stewart said, he says, look at how we idolize sports figures, look at their salaries.
Right.
But
then they hold on just to chime in on that right there before you.
go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
They just gave that one pitcher $700 million. But what he did with that money, like if you look into that contract that he did, he's only taking $2 million a year, and the rest of that he's going to take in a later time. That was the smartest thing that someone's ever done as a sports figure.
Right. And then you got to understand too, the sports figures are paid based on the butts in the seats.
Right.
So it's not that Dallas is going, we got X, Y, and Z, we gonna pay Dak Prescott that. The fans have paid that money by putting their asses in the seats and watching the NFL. So you got to understand where this money is coming from too. It's coming from the consumers, which is us on a lot of occasions.
Right. Just like if Walmart
and sponsorship.
If people didn't shop at Walmart, there wouldn't be one.
There you go.
So people watch football, people watch basketball, people watch all those sports, and that's why they get paid that much money.
He said none of us middle class folks can afford tickets too. That's why you go to the pregame season. You get them pregame tickets, the preseason tickets. They be like $37.
Remind me. I mean, like we had spoken before, off air. Man, I'm in total agreement in how things is ran at school. the politics of our cities. It's all like it's counterproductive to a productive society in the future. And that's where I feel like the parents need to step in and start teaching their children what they really need to know, and just say, forget the school. We just gonna start teaching our own.
Mm-hmm.
True, but how did you teach when you don't know?
True, but somebody got to take an initiative.
Go
I
ahead,
was just
Isis.
to comment on that because I don't know if you guys watch John Oliver.
No.
That's like me and Ryan's thing, but he was talking about how more people, like more parents and stuff, have been pulling their children out of schools to like
Yep.
teach them, but they're not teaching them. So that creates a whole nother problem because um, homeschooling is not regulated by the government, like how regular education is ran.
Right.
So a
The
lot of the time,
curriculum is, but not
The way it's taught.
not the way it's yeah,
they're not checking in to make sure that these students are actually doing their
no.
assessments and their learning. So now that's also another problem.
And that
That,
helps too, though.
that
The
huh?
reason it's done that way, who does that help? It doesn't
It
help
helps the
us, it helps
parents.
them.
It helps the parents because
Well,
the
not the parents, it don't, because it helps them. The people who are going, oh, we're not even going to check in on them, because the more stupid people you have
Mhm.
doing things, the more you can brainwash them into doing what you need them to do. So
Yeah,
you're
I was
basically
touching on
disabling strong people.
yeah, and I was going to add something else to that because um the reason why so many parents are starting to pull like their kids out of school and stuff like that for homeschooling is because they're abusing them. They're abusive. And
Right.
because they're sending them to school, they're getting questioned, all this other stuff, yada yada yada. So they're like, okay, I'll just homeschool them and I can beat their ass at home and I won't have to check in with nobody and all this other stuff. So like it's actually causing more problems than good. I feel like
Oh, absolutely.
we need a whole complete different remapping of curriculum for schools across the whole board. Like,
Well, yeah, that's not gonna happen, because then we won't have the guy to we'll have too many entrepreneurs, and
yeah, they don't
not
want
enough
that.
people
That's the problem.
going to regular jobs, so we can get
And that's the type
taxes
of homeschooling
and
that
government
we're
funding from
talking
them.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the type of
Yeah.
homeschooling that we're talking about, where you're getting the curriculum, but you're getting taught the way they're not going to teach you in school.
And
Like,
when I say
Right, and
homeschooling,
that's also another thing too, because there was there's so many things to this because like okay, too many words. But there was a whole nother conversation about how you guys were saying it also gives parents a chance to kind of like reshape the curriculum a little bit, how they want to shape it, which is also causing other problems because for the people who are religious and stuff like that, they've been just teaching like their kids like the religious side of the world aspect and not like how to count.
right.
So like
right?
They know it was Mary and Joseph and Jesus, but they don't know it was three of
how
them.
to spell their names.
Right.
So like
Yeah. When I say
I was reading about
homeschooling, I'm
that. I
talking
was like,
about
this shit is stressful. This is crazy. Like,
when I say homeschooling, I'm talking about when they come home from school, that you need to be teaching them what they really need to know and
right.
debriefing them on what they've been taught.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I'm
not
talking
happening.
about.
That's not happening at all.
Yeah, and the reason why it's not happening is because all that teaching used to be handed down from your mother.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother used to sit you down and say, "What'd you learn in school?"
Stuart just went deep as hell, boy.
and she
I
would
agree
debrief.
with him. I agree with him.
Stuart just went
Yeah,
deep
I
as
agree.
hell. Hold on, we
Even
gonna
in
post
my
that.
ethics, even in my ethics class, my ethics and professionalism class, like politics obviously gets brought up because we're talking about health policy, right? That's politics.
Right.
But my teacher, she's always very professional. She's like, this is steering to politics. I need to bring us back. We're not supposed to be discussing politics or religion in this class.
Right. Not in school.
Because that gets messy very quickly.
Right.
Like, so, and that's what to go piggyback off of what Stuart is saying. That's why I brought this up because that's like the majority of the problem right now. Like these parents are literally just setting their kids up for failure. Like I need to watch this episode with y'all because y'all are gonna be like, what the hell? Because like
Yeah, you're right. The schoolyard is a prison program.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, and the curriculum that these parents are creating on their own, it's like, where did you get your education from though?
Right.
Like just to go back off of what Dad said, because like you can't teach nobody if you don't know shit yourself. Like
Yeah, that's hard. And that's why I said we all need to make the jump. If you're not educating yourself so you can make the people behind you, like if you have children and you're not making yourself better so they can be better, what are we doing?
Hey,
what are we doing out here?
Let me say something, Sean, and I want to kind of piggyback off what your daughter said. You know, when we have to think about how society is structured today. Okay, you know, society has advanced so much since the civil rights time, right? But we still live under that Willie Lynch theory. Okay, and I'm gonna explain to you why I'm using this analogy. Today, everything is embraced based on sports and entertainment. Okay, this particularly minorities and Black people and Hispanics. Yep. So what they do is, and I can use your daughter as an example, they leave the curriculum as it is because they benefit, they structure, and the revenues that come into the academics are solely for the people that's running it, or that's invested in it. So if you don't get people like your daughter that desire to pursue academics on a higher level, then you get those people that drop out of school, that's ditch out of school, you know, that get kicked out of school. They never finish school, so they have no desire to ever pursue any higher academics. So now we find ourselves in the same mindset as slavery, okay? Because now, if you can't pursue any academics and have those avenues available to yourself where you can provide a better life, see, people are not taught about investment. People are not taught about retirement. They think it's just about living life, drinking Hennessy, smoking blunts, and kicking it and wearing Jordans. Life is so...
There's those Jordans again.
Life is so much more advanced than that. See, your daughter...
Yeah, you only know what you know.
Okay. People now, I'm willing to bet she can contest to this. She has classmates that's not even where she is right now. And you know why? For two reasons. Their parents never pushed it, or the child never desired it. So when they look back 10, 15 years to see her married with children, successful in a business, then this is where all the hate. This is how the system perpetuate hate towards Black people. Because now, instead of them wanting to put forth the effort like your daughter is doing, they're just sitting back right now. They doing the do, smoking, drinking, because they don't have that vision that she has. That her
and they don't have a conglomeration of a network that's pushing them towards that goal either.
Exactly.
And they're not even gonna make it to where she's at. Those are people that won't even make it out of high school.
Yeah,
the college she goes to, that ain't gonna work for you there.
We always, just to let people know, for our children, we didn't push them into a particular subject, but we pushed them to be hungry for knowledge in whatever they were into.
Right.
And we always told them, like, even though I'm 45 years old, I still read 2 to 3 books a month. So, like, I always told them that
religiously,
you can never have enough knowledge.
Right.
And if you the day you stop looking for knowledge is the day that you die. That's when I say die, that's when you start to lose things.
Yeah.
You start to lose money. You start to lose your relationships. You start to lose your ambition is gone. People are attracted to things that are light. So when your light is on, I call light ambition. So when you're ambitious all the time, people navigate and that's attractive. And that's what I try to teach my kids to be. Never be stagnant. If you're gonna take a rest, that's fine, but get your ass back up and get back in the game.
That part. And that light he's talking about is that same glow that Bruce Leroy had. And when
You've got that glow.
Y'all know that.
Don't worry.
Bullets with his teeth.
Don't worry, Joel. Any time is a good time, man.
Make sure you get his name right. Joel.
My bad, Joel.
Joel.
Yeah. And Mary, you're correct.
Go back to what Stuart said.
I'm gonna go back up to Stuart in a second. Mary, you are correct. Teachers are getting kids who really don't know a lot.
And you know what that's coming from? Parents who having to go to work
it's from parents
sooner than they wanted to.
It's a lot of it is from being single parented household,
which is all the shit we were talking about. How we got broken in the first place.
You're correct, and it makes it tough. Not only does it make it tough on the teacher, but it makes it tough on the kid that really wants to learn.
I love Derek.
Where's Stuart at?
Keep going. It's a little farther up there because he said something about religion, being in the schools and whatever. So look at the Republic policy and their stance on abortion and birth control.
Right.
They are quoting the Bible as their reason against it. Stop putting your religious views in the laws of this country.
Right.
Well, the thing about it is the laws are based off of religion, just not their perspective of it.
Right. It is based off of what people would consider the Bible.
Right.
But
the Bible is the law of the land.
But the way that they're interpreting it is not quite the right way. And yes, Stuart, you are right. They fucking shit up. Yeah,
that's what he says by putting up their views on
and
it.
And I agree. If they can't read it right, they shouldn't be trying to teach that shit at school. They should leave that shit alone and just teach regular curriculum.
Because they're trying to use it. They're trying to use it against people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. And that's that perspective shit. Well, I think it means this, or I feel like it means that. No matter what you feel like it means what it means. So don't try to change it to better or create this genocide, basically, of what they've been doing. But let me not go there. Go on here with it.
I was like, Mom, it's too late for that.
Oh, girl,
right.
There's still more life to live. Everybody thinks that we're going. In order for you to progress, you have to have a downtime, and for people to go, you know what, we really messing up, and we got to get better. And now I might not see that time, but best believe that you're going to see it in your time. I'm talking to my daughter. You'll see it in your time where things get really bad. And you're going to remember what dad and mom had taught you. And those are the things that's going to get you out of that hard time.
Quickly.
Right.
Quickly. As a matter of fact, you may even see it coming. Joel says, how do we correct that when the kid doesn't come with a set of particular skills? He's like what's the name off of Taken?
Right.
that's where the aunts and uncles and relatives come in as well as good friends. Well, that's what we would like to think. You know what I mean? It takes a village to raise kids.
It takes a whole village.
But sometimes your village ain't right.
And the problem we having is that look, a lot of these parents have kids and they ain't ready to have no kids.
Right. I was just gonna say, y'all missing a major factor that kids are my age having children. A lot of them they just graduated high school and they had kids. Like I had.
Yeah, well, that happened in our time too. What's happening in your time is just a repeat of what we've been through.
Yeah, because the cycle ain't been.
But
broken.
what I'm saying is that reason why that these parents don't want to have kids, because as soon as they turn 18, what they do with them?
Get out.
And from 18 to 30,
dumbest shit you could ever do.
From 18 to 30 is where a child really learns how to be a grown up,
right?
An adult, somebody who can handle business,
right?
It's not from kindergarten to 18 where they learn this stuff. They learn social skills, how to read, how to do basic math, and all that stuff. When they go 18 to 30. That's where they really get life lessons, where they learn what credit is, where they learn what a mortgage is. When they learn what escrow is, when they learn what an APR rate is, when they learn what a credit card is, when they learn what how much a gallon of milk costs.
So if you ain't prepared them for this,
going.
I hear you going. Yeah. But if you ain't prepared them to do this at 18, then what the fuck is you doing? What are you putting them out for when you ain't prepared them to be out there?
My kids can't leave my house until they buy a house.
That's the rule. Sorry.
I'm not even there with y'all. I'm at my house.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you don't own that one, baby. You borrowing that.
Exactly. Yeah, and we already said when you get married, you, the husband, and the kids gonna be upstairs in that little 10, 12.
Until y'all buy a house.
I'll get y'all some bunk beds. It's all good.
How can I say that I'm a kingdom builder and I'm kicking them out when they kids?
Right. so that they can do an epic fail.
And if we
guess what's gonna happen? We still responsible for their little retarded asses.
Right,
we come right back
they
here.
still gonna come home anyway.
You know, and be like, Mom, Dad.
So why not when they ready to leave to yeah? And no, I'm not gonna let them dog ass me or lollygag me.
What's a dog ass?
Where they just drag their ass on the ground and shit.
Oh, okay.
And not
how they be doing the dogs be doing on the carpet.
Right.
That's some new shit. Y'all hashtag that one,
Right.
dog ass. That's some new shit.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna allow them to do that. I'm gonna make sure that they're still ambitious, or then they'll have to go. But what I'm saying is that we got to stop looking at these kids at 18 and saying, "Oh, you grown now," just because they can cast the vote.
No, for real.
I've never understood why 18 was considered grown when your brain hasn't fully developed until you're 25.
Yeah, you don't even stop growing till you're 25.
Right. And
you know,
go ahead, Ramon.
I want to piggyback off that, man, and I commend you and wife, and you know, because in the short time that I've known you, I've learned so much from you as a parent. And, you know, and I'm a generation or two older than both of y'all. So my thing is this, man. I had to go back to the lab, so to speak, and kind of reevaluate some things and do some reflections, because I was always under that mindset too. Once they get 18, it's time for you to go, you know. But when I listen to what you say and I reflect, this is the time where we really need to start teaching them about life.
Right.
Get out there in this rat race of life and fail, because if we push them out when they're not prepared, then we're setting them up for failure.
Setting them up for failure.
Hey, D and Ramon, I would like personally, I would like to see my children fail under my eyes.
Right. So you can.
Why would I push them out into the street, let them fail on their own? I want them to fail under my protections.
Right. So we can say, now come here, let's talk
about.
Now
come in, let me tell you where you went wrong with that particular situation.
And that's what ISIS, is that not what we do?
Mm-hmm.
And do you learn better from that? Chime in, because she's sitting right here for y'all to talk to as well. How do you handle that when you come across a situation that you're just like, oh damn, you know, my parents warned me about this or whatever, you know, how you deal with that?
Well, with the knowledge that I currently have, unfortunately, I didn't have that when I moved out. So that fucking sucks. But
how old? 18.
Yeah, she was 17 when she went to college.
I was 17 when I graduated high school. I didn't know what was going on, and
she graduated a year early
with a 4.6 GPA.
And I was 18 when I moved out, and like a lot of the foundational stuff that y'all gave to me, like don't trust nobody, not even us, that kind of helped me a lot, because I wasn't doing stupid shit and like, you know, getting involved into some stuff that like my friends got involved into, or like I've heard. So like I avoided a lot of hardship that way, with like the foundational like networking y'all gave me. And then like when I just need help, I just be like, oh, how do y'all feel about it? Like y'all, sometimes y'all tell me, go look it up, find it out for yourself. But I'm like, I know y'all know.
We do know, baby. But we're trying to encourage you.
We want to know if you know how to get to the answer.
Yeah, if you can get to the answer, then I
always say, to the next level with you.
Oh, right. I always tell, like, I know y'all get mad when I say that, but I'm trying to prepare all y'all for my death. So one day when I die, I know that you guys can handle it. I know you hate when I say that.
Yeah, we do.
But
we hate it.
But it's reality.
Yeah,
it's inevitable. It's nothing that I can do about that.
And he's not saying like tomorrow.
No, I'm just saying, you know, that it's our job as parents to make sure that you have everything that you should have and more before I leave the earth.
Right.
I got all his credit card and his numbers and stuff, and I got an extra insurance policy on him. He don't know nothing about. He got one on me that I don't know nothing about.
I don't care about none of that, because when I'm dead and gone, you think I'm gonna come back and say why you do that?
Possibly.
Yeah.
You of all.
Yeah, you will.
I'm not gonna.
I think you absolutely would sit on the chair on the stairs, rocking and humming old Negro spirituals at 2:00 in the morning for shits and giggles. That's something. Yes, you would absolutely do that.
But there's still a lot. Like, okay, like.
I want to answer Joel's question.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because he said, who started the motion to push a not so ready for the world 18-year-old out of the door? Black people.
Yeah,
people
black
started
folks do that. Yeah, black folks do
because
that. Now we
Hispanic
don't know
people,
where it originated at,
yeah,
but I think it started when they started
It started in the
in
60s,
the feminist
70s.
movement.
Yeah, that's when it started because that's when the demise of
the
black
demise
people
of
began.
the demise of the black family
Yeah.
started in
and
that time.
And you know how it got there?
Yeah,
Because they was pushing the fathers out, so
They
the
were pushing
fathers wasn't there.
he couldn't uphold the law.
Right. So now the boy, 18, first I think out her mouth, nigga, you gotta get out of here and get a job. You finna be in my motherfucking house. Because
Right.
I need to bring my man up in
You
here. I
think
don't
you
need you all up
grown?
in
You
here.
think you grown?
And that's how it started. You know what I'm saying?
We're pushing you to children. Don't get it wrong. We're good parents are pushing you to be grown,
Right.
but we're not pushing you to lose respect in the process.
Right.
First law of attraction is to always honor your master. And your parents are your master. If you keep it like that, you'll be blessed. Now, like biblically, the Bible says if you honor your mother and your father, then you'll be blessed. The 48 laws of power, the first one says if you keep your master above you and ahead of you, then you'll be blessed.
I'm reading that right now. Well, I'm listening to it because I don't have time to read, but I'm listening to it while I go to the gym.
Right.
There
so
you go.
the what I'm trying to get whether y'all like what I do or not is not my concern. I would like for y'all to like it, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to teach and to get you guys to where you need to be quickly because the world is going in a different way and you guys need to see the tides when they change.
Right. And be ready for it. Be prepared. Yep. Honor your parents. You got it, Miss Diamond.
Yeah. Honor your parents.
Honor thy mother and thy father.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother episode too.
Yeah, that's
a
another
double
2-hour
that's a
episode.
double conundrum, but we ain't gonna get into that.
That's a 2-hour episode because some mothers and fathers are not teaching what they're supposed to teach.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying my son back to the house because he's living with his girlfriend, mom, in a house full of people, and I keep telling him, you know, being in this apprenticeship program, man, you have to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
being these negative people, they don't have anything positive going, and it's not to say anything bad about anybody, man, because we all had to come from somewhere, you know. Right. And I grew up all my life poor, but I told him you need to stay focused because your whole future is riding on this program. You know what I'm saying? All they do is sit around and get high and drink all day. You don't need to be around that, dude. You got a whole house here.
Right.
This is where you need to be. If your girlfriend, you know, I'm old school, and I didn't believe at one time, you know, my young kids can have sex under my roof. I was the only one that can screw and flip and do all that shit. But you know,
screw and flip.
I've never heard that before.
That's old school, y'all. That's old school.
Flip. I just envisioned some whole other shit, but go ahead.
you know, I come to this realization, man, as we get older, we have to grow with times. We have to become more educated on the way that kids think and their perceptions on ideologies that they embrace. So
we had to do it, Ramon.
We still doing
we
it
still
every
doing
day
it.
as they get older.
Trust me, some of the things, and I'm not gonna go into death, but you know the fuck what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Yeah. Some of the things that I had to adapt to with my children, I'm still not comfortable with. But I know that today's is a different age and time.
And there's still a lot of things I just won't do with them.
Right. And
that's because I was brought up on laws and principles that just can't be broken.
Absolutely.
It goes against the fabric of my skin.
It crawls. And that's the thing. So like what he's saying, it bothers me, but I do it because it's safety reasons behind it. It's a bunch of different things that I'm like, okay, well, it's one of those was like, I need to see and control what you're doing so that you don't go out there and get yourself killed.
I'm surprised the attendance so low on how good this conversation is. I mean,
I don't know, because we gave them the open forum. Like you can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Which is, I mean, it's cool. Y'all can watch this.
We've been on for a minute though.
I think we've been on for an hour and a half.
We was deep. Deep, bro.
But the
Big Papa stalk. So you know, it's the same thing with my show, man. I don't get a lot of attendance, but the next morning I wake up, I got 40, 50 hits on TikTok.
Yeah,
yeah, that's how I usually do. Because I know some people watch it later too.
Yeah, and then they ain't gonna. Everybody's 8 o'clock. You know,
it's different.
You know, it's different. You know what I'm saying? And we don't expect them all to jump on at once, but this content that we put out is going to live forever, and whether you watch it today, you'll watch it tomorrow. And
exactly.
and the stuff that I'm doing on these particular platforms is not from my pocket; it's from my kids' pockets.
Right. Well, I'm on Wednesdays. I talk to a couple of my panelists because I don't have a co-host anymore. I told them on Wednesdays we won't be doing the show, so if they don't, I'll be supporting y'all on Wednesdays, and I'll do my show on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Oh, okay. So you're doing 2 times a week now.
Yeah, you got us beat. I rocks with it.
That's great, man. That's great that you're doing 2 times a week. The more content you get out, the better.
You already know. Y'all make sure y'all check out his show, man. For real, for real.
My problem has just been with the technical difficulties, and the people hit me up saying like, "What's up, man? You're not consistent. You have good topics. They get hot, they get heated, but we don't hear from you for another 3-4 weeks."
Let me tell you something, man. Listen, right
people
now,
like to binge watch, man. You got to give them what they want.
And even if it's just you, man, let me tell you something. Get yourself a little desk tripod, put your phone on it, and get it cracking. Because you don't have to necessarily have the lights, camera, action, and all that old extra shit to do what you need to do.
Every time I go on and do a show by myself, I get all these texts and they inbox me. You're bitter. You're angry, and I don't understand how people can consider me to be angry and bitter when I articulate.
Joel can't find the link.
I feel.
No, he's saying drop the which link you're talking about? Drop Ramont's link or the link?
They're talking about the link for his show.
Hey, could you shout out your show for us, Ramont, for the people who are watching?
Yeah, so they can check you out.
It's
y'all go over there and make sure y'all show him some love, chime in, because he be talking. The brother be having some good topics,
his topics
man.
be on point, man. It's just them people be bitter, man.
The problem is the women.
Stop messing with them sassy frasses, man.
Women,
them zesty people.
Y'all got to stop being so emotional and stop. Like you're hearing what's being said, but you're not listening to what's being said.
And then before you drop the link, brother, let me drop you some words of wisdom. I'm gonna say it again. I've already said it. I'm gonna say it nicer this time.
Oh shit!
When you a show host, you don't care what they think. What they think is going to add to the conversation, whether it's good or bad. Mm-hmm. So if they saying something bad, say, "Hey man, thank you for watching. I appreciate you." Don't combat it with fire. Combat it with acceptance.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, first of all, they're not going to expect that, and then when you sometimes when you put that light on people, they don't even know how to respond. They backpedal.
And then you can't have an opinionated show and not expect someone to have an opinion.
Exactly, Isis. Listen for understanding, not rebuttal, and that's the problem that women have. They don't.
Yeah, some of them girls be. Man, I didn't watch your shows. And I'm already knowing what you're saying.
No, that show, that one particular show that I watched, Ramont, that I guess it went south from that show. It was sad because I'm like, that's not what the man said, and she took it completely wrong and left field with it. And I was just like, damn. Yeah. I don't think she was too busy being in her emotions. She was in her feelings big time. Yeah. And so she couldn't hear what was being said, and to understand, like I say earlier, when you mentioned what you mentioned about modern women, feminist women, and all of that, if they don't apply to you, he's not talking to you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That is such a big ass problem.
Bitch this and bitch that in a song. If the beat is cool, I'm still gonna dance to it and twerk while I'm cleaning my house because he ain't talking to me.
Right. Let him go ahead and say what you was about to say, Ramont.
Well, here's the thing, man, that and life has taught me this experience. Whenever people say something and they need validation from other people, they're lying.
They lying. Yeah.
Say it again for the people in the back, because I say that to people all the time. If you gotta go ask somebody, was I wrong? Odds are, nigga, you was wrong.
You was wrong. You shouldn't have said
That's not always the case.
Hey, drop that. Drop the link for us. I mean,
it depends on who you're going to go ask too, though, Isis. If you're going to a mentor, that's different.
Ramon, let us know what the show is for the people who's watching.
Talking about, was I wrong?
Yeah, that sound like your sister.
Let Ramon do his thing with his show that way, and please state the day and the times that way they can get with you.
Ramon turned his light on so you can see his little 60-some-year-old pectorials.
Yeah, man, and the old muscle man over there. Oh, He-Man looking. Hercules.
You know, you know, I'm on StreamYard because you plugged me into this. What they can do, Sean and Treasure, they can go on Facebook or Messenger and inbox me and send me their email, and then I'll send them the link because I don't know how to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay, yeah.
I got you.
His name is Ramont Williams. Ramont Williams, look him up.
Called Bridging the Gap between Black
Bridging the Gap. There you go. Yeah.
And it's all on YouTube, everything. You know.
On YouTube? I'll look you up.
Ramont Williams, Ramont Williams.
Yeah. There you go. We got it. I'm gonna put it up on the screen now, y'all. Right there.
So
I spelled bridging right.
Bridging the Gap. Yeah.
I'm a little.
Yeah, she was typing fast.
I'm a little, I had a surgery. So
that's for YouTube. Here's for Facebook if you're on Facebook.
But back to what happened with
wait,
Stuart
what
crazy.
is it called? Am I is that a show?
What
did I miss? Am I the asshole?
What happened on that last show, Treasure, was this particular lady was a lady that I met online. Okay. Mm-hmm. And me and the lady didn't get along simply because what she felt she was, I didn't see that. Because I'm a firm believer. My grandmother always taught me, if you want to know a person's true character, listen to their words and watch the actions that follow. And all the things that she said, her actions was not validating her words.
Yeah.
So
right. Wasn't matching up.
I let her, I disconnected myself with her because of the blatant disrespect. So before we came on, I made it perfectly clear. I said, listen, this show is only for entertainment, okay, and educational purposes. We're supposed to be friends. That's just like us. I'm not going to never this show, even if I don't agree with something, I'm not going to keep trying to overtalk you, interject when you're trying to express your thoughts. And she kept doing this. So talking before we came on live, it didn't do no good because her whole intentions was what she thought she had succeeded in, and that was to sabotage my show. Because she came in, and even when I told her we need to come to an understanding, she went ballistic.
Yeah.
It made her look foolish, bro. It made her look like she didn't have enough coof just to even calm down and say, you know what, let's talk this out.
The discipline was there. She just and not to cut you off, baby, but she lacked discipline from the beginning by simply not acknowledging first and foremost, let me be respectful to the host, even though we have a difference in opinions and I feel like I'm being attacked. There's a way to handle this where I don't, like you say, look foolish, because that's absolutely what she ended up looking like.
She looked foolish.
Well, here's the thing, and I tell all my guests before they get on, listen, my job as the host is to create the narrative, okay, and the environment in which this show is to move forward on. So if I choose to select you as a topic, then never take that personal, because I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm never going to be disrespectful. But see, her emotions was involved based on the relationship she felt me and her should have. Now the other girl on there, Kawana,
we said that.
Yeah,
we said that because that's what it felt like
with her. And I don't have a relationship with none of these women. I have never met these women in person. I've only talked to them and did video chats. So however they feel is on them. That has nothing to do with me. You know, so I just said to myself, you know what? Enough's enough. I talked to Sean about it. He told me, man, keep doing what you're doing. So
Keep doing what you're doing.
I just told him this. I said, you women gonna keep pushing me. Now you've pushed me. So every time you get on my show, I'm a Kevin Samuels your ass. You know, you got hit point blank.
And 9 times out of 10, like I remember earlier, you said
Stewart said I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
9 times out of 10, I'm a piggyback of what you said like an hour ago about Kevin Samuels. Like women didn't like Kevin Samuels is because he told them the God honest truth.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's always been an issue with the male and the female thing. As soon as a woman says, "What's going on in your mind?" you state your mind. Now it's an argument.
Right. Because she didn't.
When
because you didn't say
9
what she
times out
thought
of
you
10,
said.
if you was a man, you was gonna keep your thought process to yourself anyway because you want peace and not an argument.
Well, let me use this example. When I first met your wife, right, and as opinionated as your wife is, and she can contest to this, we have never disagreed on anything or argued about nothing.
Right.
Nah. And even if it was a disagreement, it was still done with it would be something like, well, I don't agree, and this is why.
And it
Right.
was done with poise.
And then it would be, you know what, I didn't even look at it that way. So it wasn't even really a disagreement. It was communication.
Right. And bro, I agree with you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Stuart. I'm not opinion. Stuart about to say some bullshit though. I already know.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing, Ramont, because the thing is that those controversies that I feel like you're self-conscious about because you're thinking that you want to be pleasing to the public. That's not your job. Your job is to bridge the gap between men and women.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
And you got to think about it. Here's the thing. Let me just say this to you. When you're taking on a topic like that of that stature, you have to be prepared
it's gonna be
for a lot of pushback. You got to be prepared for them trying to shut your show down when things start to move in the right direction.
And a lot of young men are going to watch that and see how you handle it. If you handle it correctly, that's where you're going to win.
Yep, because you're going to start making a change. Even with women who because here's the thing. Women not going to always agree with something, but when they see that it works, the right woman will.
Right.
When she sees that, wait a minute, that technique works and now I understand it better, then she'll be more prone to go in the direction of it. But if it's too with malicious intent, because women are emotional, you know what I'm saying? And so men got to understand that sometimes to get through to a woman, you do have to channel your inner femininity for her to understand something just so you can move on to the next phase with her.
Yeah, I think that as your show goes on and you keep pushing through it, you're gonna come into like you'll start to be the Michael Jordan of your situation.
Absolutely.
You'll be able to hit them with crossovers that they wouldn't even understand themselves.
Well, I appreciate all the support. You know, like I said, your daughter, she can pass my information around to her friends if she will.
She will.
For sure. You see her shaking her head.
I was like, what are you on? Our generation, we love podcasts. We love
Facebook and YouTube, honey. He's on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
I wanted to say something.
Okay, go ahead, Dejai.
Hi guys, I love you.
Hey,
hi.
You got two daughters.
Shout out your podcast.
No, that's a family friend right there.
That's like another daughter. She's a bonus daughter.
Yeah, she's a daughter from another mother.
Yeah, shout out your podcast, Dejai, so they can check you out.
Oh yeah, Dejai has a podcast too.
Yep, In the Mind of Divine.
Inside
the mind of
See, that's why we having you shout it out, except for us.
Yeah, we always fucking shit out. Don't pay no attention.
Send me
Apple, Spotify,
treasure, and I'll start supporting.
Yeah, we'll text it to you.
Yeah.
It will be season 4 launches on January 3rd.
January 3rd.
Season 4.
So right now, are you doing any videos right now?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm actually going to record my first episode to upload on January 3rd.
Okay.
I'm going to take some pictures for my posters and thumbnails. I've been doing a lot of background work.
So January 3rd is where we should be looking, not right now.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
But if you want to go catch up on the first 3 seasons, you can go look up right now.
All right, I'll put you in there.
Yeah, we going to shout you guys out. Here it is, right here, right, baby.
Yep.
We're also working on something, so y'all should stay tuned.
We're working on something.
Good.
Stay tuned. Make sure you catch that first episode because you will hear about what we're working on.
And let us know if there's
Alright.
anything that we can contribute.
Oh, we will when
to,
we get home. When we get
We'll
home,
tell
we
you
will.
when we get home.
Okay.
All right, look, they'll be
I
here.
understand.
They'll be here next week. So,
Yeah.
hey, but listen, y'all, it's been a good show tonight. We gonna end it because we were supposed to end it an
We
hour.
was only supposed to do an hour because my wife got to take her medication.
I don't have to take medication. I have to put. He got to take medication.
Hey, while she on the opiate, I'm gonna be digging in her ear and stuff because she ain't gonna
That's that
feel
type
it.
of shit. No, but I'm supposed to ice it every 30
Yeah,
minutes.
and we've
I
been on for 2 hours. She need to
Yeah,
put some
and I
ice
haven't
on there.
iced it, so I have to ice it because I'm starting to move around a little bit. But
But we love y'all. Peace and blessings.
all that good stuff. And y'all stay tuned real quick because remember we just gonna remove you out. But y'all stay tuned because we got a couple of videos we're gonna share with y'all for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all like and subscribe on that stuff.
Ricky, what up?
Ricky in the building. Love you, Ricky.
Love you, Ricky. Hey, thank you guys. Once again, thank you guys for chiming in tonight. Before we go, please, if you haven't already, jump over to the YouTube channel, which is The Cure YouTube.
Have you been naughty or nice? I want to talk to all the girls and boys and let you know that Miss Treasure says, Merry Christmas. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells. I see that red glow. I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo. It's Christmas Eve, and we rolling up them sleeves. Santa coming out real late tonight, so we cleaning out that chimney. Hey. Bells be ringing, tinsel slinging, angels singing, little boys and girls writing they list. Naughty or nice, Santa, what you bringing? He got a list so long, whether you been right or wrong. I see you racing home to get to sleep awake at the crack of dawn. I hear them sleigh bells, I see that red glow, I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells, I see that red glow, I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Since all year long, been on my P's and Q's, all right, no wrong. What's Santa gon' bring me? New shoes for the Jeep, maybe an iPhone. I need some shiny new rims, I need my bills paid, I need a festive feast and a pack of Yaki Peach, 2 French braids. Gotta wrap these gifts, place name tags, ribbons and bows. Last roll of the tape, I'ma water the tree and hang up my mistletoe. Can't wait for the morning of no partridge or no doves. I see these gifts is happening, I'm about to start unwrapping. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells, I see that red glow, I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunner, Blitzen, Rudolph with that nose so bright, he got that sleigh, nobody's tripping. I hear them sleigh bells, I see that red glow, I see that nose so bright. Hey, Rudolph, that's you, ayo.
What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas?
We gonna have to be the Grinch. This
You know,
year,
just
man.
get that green shit together. It's going down.
Yeah, tell me what I need to buy.
Hey, that's gonna be cute though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Grinch, and I'm gonna do a whole centerfold.
Centerfold.
Yeah, with my Grinch titties out and everything.
Here we go. A whole
Whole Grinch titty out.